Blake Lively, one of the most famous actors in Hollywood, was recently looking at a lawsuit so massive it could have ended her career for $100 million. Her co-star didn't just sue her, he accused her of defamation and running a calculated extortion scheme. A charge like that doesn't just cost you money, it could shatter your reputation forever. For months, this entire battle was brewing just under the surface, threatening to become one of the ugliest public feuds in Hollywood history. But then, in a stunning twist that flipped the entire story on its head, a federal judge stepped in and threw out the most explosive claims in the case. This move didn't just save Blake from financial ruin, it turned what could have been a total disaster into possibly the biggest professional and personal victory of her life. Today we're breaking down exactly how Blake Lively beat this massive lawsuit, what it means to the ongoing legal war with her co-star, and why this judge's decision is such a landmark moment for anyone speaking out about safety in the workplace. So, how on earth did we get here? To understand that, you have to go back to the set of the highly anticipated film It Ends With Us. The movie, based on a mega-popular book, brought together Blake Lively and actor-director Justin Baldoni. On paper, it looked like a perfect Hollywood project, but behind the scenes, things were reportedly falling apart. According to legal documents that would later be filed, Lively began to raise some serious red flags about the environment on set. The specific details became the core of this whole legal fight, but they centered on allegations of a hostile work environment and claims of harassment by Baldoni himself. Lively apparently documented these issues and took them straight to production company Wayfarer Studios, which Baldoni co-founded. From her point of view, she was doing exactly what you're supposed to do, flagging behavior that she felt was unsafe and unprofessional. In a post dashed with the hashtag #MeTooHollywood, the industry is supposed to be getting better at listening to these kinds of complaints. As the star of the film, Lively had a huge responsibility to make sure the set was safe for everyone, but what started as an internal dispute wasn't resolved quietly. Instead, it was the first shot in a legal war that would soon pit two massive stars against each other, with hundreds of millions of dollars and two careers hanging in the balance. The conflict absolutely exploded into the public, and the media went into a frenzy. When Lively's allegations of harassment became public, it created a huge PR crisis for Justin Baldoni and his studio. So how did he respond? He didn't just deny it. He fired back with a legal bazooka. In a move that sent shockwaves through the industry, Baldoni and Wayfarer Studios slapped Blake Lively with a massive $400 million lawsuit. And they didn't stop there. They also sued her husband, Ryan Reynolds, and their publicist. The claims were designed to paint Lively not as a victim, but as a villain. Baldoni accused her of defamation, saying her allegations were lies meant to destroy his reputation. But the most serious charge was civil extortion. Essentially, Baldoni's lawyers argued that Lively's complaints weren't genuine. They claimed it was all a cynical ploy to get more money, seize creative control over the movie, or just sabotage him. The lawsuit alleged she had weaponized a harassment complaint to strong-arm him and the studio. By including Ryan Reynolds, they were trying to sell a story of a powerful Hollywood couple trying to crush a co-star. For months, the case worked its way through the federal court system. Then, on June 9, 2025, Judge Louis J. Lyman made a decision that brought Baldoni's legal assault to a dead stop. In a methodical and detailed ruling, the judge completely dismissed the core claims of that $400 million lawsuit, defamation, and civil extortion. The entire ruling came down to one critical idea. You have the right to pursue a legal claim without being punished for it. The judge found that everything Lively did, raising concerns on set and preparing a formal complaint about harassment, was legally protected activity. The judge's opinion basically said that her actions were legally permissible hard bargaining, not illegal extortion. Because her statements were directly tied to a legal issue she was pursuing, she was protected. Baldoni's defamation claim fell apart because the judge saw her allegations not as random public attacks, but as part of a formal dispute over her treatment on set. This was the turning point. The court essentially validated Lively's right to speak up, completely reframing the narrative. The very things Baldoni's lawsuit called a malicious conspiracy were defined by the court as the legitimate actions of someone trying to fix a bad situation. The dismissal of the lawsuit was so much more than a legal win. It was a massive victory for her reputation. In the court of public opinion, where celebrity careers are made and broken, the judge's decision was a powerful form of vindication. By standing her ground against such an aggressive lawsuit, Lively became a symbol for a much larger movement. The ruling was seen as a major win for workplace safety advocates, who have long warned that retaliatory lawsuits are used to silence victims. The fear is that if a suit like Baldoni's had succeeded, it would have created a playbook for powerful people to intimidate their accusers into silence with overwhelming legal threats. The judge's decision sent a clear message that this tactic won't work. This victory transformed Lively's public image from just another defendant in a messy Hollywood lawsuit into a leader and an advocate. The narrative that she was a difficult actor who faked claims was completely neutralized. Instead, she came out of it looking like a professional who saw something she believed was wrong and refused to be bullied into silence. In an industry where your reputation is everything, that kind of outcome is priceless. While Baldoni may have hoped the lawsuit would clear his name, the dismissal did the exact opposite. It ended up lending credibility to Lively's original complaints. But this fight isn't over yet. The judge's dismissal of the countersuit was a huge battle, but the war isn't finished. Now that she's successfully defended herself, the focus goes right back to her original claims against Baldoni. Who do you think has the upper hand in the court of public opinion now? Let me know what you think in the comments below. If you want to stay updated on this case and see more breakdowns of the biggest legal battles in Hollywood, make sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching.